Dear student friends, today we are going to deal with the topic fullerenes in carbon-based electronics. Generally we think organic compounds are insulators, but research has demonstrated that organic materials can even be semiconductors, metallic conductors or superconductors. The 2000 Nobel Prize for Chemistry was awarded to Alan Heeger and its colleagues for the discovery of electrically conducting polymer polyethylene or polyacetylene based on the work in 1960s and 1970s. Crystalline organic metals are generally composed of organic molecules with delocalized ring systems together with another organic molecule or inorganic species. These materials are electrical conductors and demonstrate increasing conductivity with decreasing temperature, which is the hallmark of a metallic conductor. Here in the picture we are seeing C70 and C60 fullerenes. What do we mean by C70? C70 fullerene is the fullerene molecule consisting of 70 carbon atoms. Nomenclature of fullerene. Buckminster fullerene was named after Richard Buckminster Fuller, a noted architectural modeler who popularized the geodesic dome. The shortened name fullerene is used to refer to the family of fullerenes. The suffix "ene" indicates that each carbon atom is covalently bonded to three others. Fullerenes belong to the carbon family and it is the third allotrope of carbon. Fullerenes are closed hollow cages consisting of carbon atoms interconnected in pentagonal and hexagonal rings. A fullerene is a pure carbon molecule, C20 being the smallest one. The most famous fullerene is C60, known as buckyball. Fullerenes have been extensively used for several biomedical applications, including the design of high-performance MRI contrast agents, X-ray imaging contrast agents, photodynamic therapy, and drug and gene delivery. Synthesis of C60 fullerenes. You can see the experimental setup as shown in the figure. Here in the figure, the graphite disc is evaporated with a neodymium dope yttrium aluminum garnet, and the evaporated carbon plasma is then cooled by a stream of helium coming from a pulsed valve. The clusters of carbon are produced in the integrated cup and are expanded into vacuum. The ions are detected by time of flight mass spectrometry. Bonding nature. The bonding pattern of C60 fullerene with yellow bonds indicates double bonds and red bonds represent single bonds. The pentagonal ring contains only single bonds and double bonds have a shorter bond length, which leads to instability in the pentagonal ring. The limitations on double bond locations lead to poor delocalization of electrons, which increases the reactivity of molecules. C60 forms a normal FCC lattice, that is face-centered cubic. The solid state NMR spectrum shows that the solid is acting like a liquid and the molecules are tumbling on the lattice sides, which gives a sharp line at 143 ppm without any magic angle spinning instead of a broad line which is expected for the solids. X-ray diffraction confirms this. C60 fullerene shows selectivity for intercalated ions as the tetrahedral and octahedral holes are significant difference in sizes. Cesium fits comfortably into octahedral holes but not in the tetrahedral holes as it is large. Types of fullerenes are buckyball clusters, nanotubes, megatubes, polymers, nanoonions, linked ball and chain dimers fullerene rings. Types of fullerenes. The first one is alkali doped fullerenes, which compounds formed by fullerene with alkali metals which fit into the space between buckyballs and donate valence electrons to the neighboring C60 molecule. Example is K3C60 and rubidium C60. The second one is endohedral fullerenes, which consists of a metal atom inside the fullerene. Most of endohedral materials are made out of C82, C84 or even higher fullerenes. The atoms that form stable endohedral compounds include lanthanum, yttrium, scandium, etc. The third one is exohedral fullerenes. These fullerenes have additional atoms, ions or clusters attached to their outer spheres. They are formed by chemical reactions like addition reactions and redox reactions. The fourth one is heterofullerenes, in which one or more carbon atoms of the cage are substituted by heteroatoms. Example, trivalent nitrogen or boron atom. Exohedral fullerenes, also called exofullerenes, are fullerenes that have additional atoms, ions or clusters attached to the outer spheres such as C50Cl10 and C60H8, or also called as fullerene ligands. Endohedral fullerenes, also called as endofullerenes, are fullerenes that have additional atoms, ions or clusters enclosed within the inner spheres. Heterofullerenes are classes of fullerenes in which at least one carbon atom is replaced by another element. The first derivative structure of C60 was the remarkable osmium compound, as you are seeing in the slides, in which the C60 fullerene was treated with osmium tetroxide and 4-tertiary butyl pyridine, and the high reactivity is attributed to the non-planarity of the C double bond C groups, which causes high strain energy, and because each C double bond C bond is attached to 4 electron withdrawing groups. C60 can behave as an alkene towards transition metals, a side-on eta 2 connection to either platinum or iridium, which is made by pi electrons of a C double bond C group. Eta 2 describes a ligand that coordinates through two contiguous atoms. You can see one example. C60 reacts with ethylene platinum triphenyl phosphine to give C2H4 plus, the C60 platinum fullerenes. Fullerene aggregates are bonded by van der Waals forces, so foreign elements are readily intercalated into the lattice in the fashion of graphite. Intercalation elements may be alkali ions like cesium, rubidium, potassium, sodium and lithium, which being smaller in size than fullerene fits readily into the lattice without disrupting the geodesic network and the contact between the molecules of the aggregate. Some intercalation compounds are superconductors such as C60K3 with an onset of superconductivity at 17 Kelvin and zero resistance at 5 Kelvin. The first use of fullerenes as ligands was when C60 was used as a ligand on platinum in the system PH3 P twice PT eta 2 C60. Fullerene ligands behave similarly to electron deficient alkenes and coordinate in a dihapto fashion. This binding occurs on the junction points of the two six-membered rings. Higher hepaticity is observed in complexes of C60PH5. In this system, bonding to one of the 5-membered acts like a cyclopentadienyl ligand with multiple substituents. As you can see in the example, the complex has binding which is very well similar to ferrozene. In other cases, a fullerene can bind to multiple metal centers also. Applications: although no application has been commercialized, fullerene complexes are of interest as potential catalysts in non-linear optical materials as well as supramolecular building blocks. Use of fullerenes has been suggested for electronic devices and even in targeted cancer therapy. The most interesting feature is the formation of salts with alkali metals known as buckides. For instance, potassium buckide has a CCP array of buckyballs, to your knowledge, cubic closed packed lattice with all the octahedral holes and tetrahedral holes filled by the potassium ions. This is a metallic substance which becomes superconducting below 18 Kelvin. Other alkali metal buckides become superconducting at even higher temperatures. Difference between fullerenes and other two allotropes: as you can see, the difference exists between sp3, sp2 in graphite and sp2 in fullerenes, where it is sp3 in diamond. The overall structure and the CC bond length you can note it down in the slides. And also you can note down the electrical property. For diamond it is insulator, graphite it is conductor, and fullerene acts as insulator. This is an isolated pentagonal rule. The isolated pentagon rule states that fullerenes with isolated pentagons are kinetically much more stable than the fused pentagon counterparts. C60 is the first stable fullerene because it is the smallest one possible to obey this rule. Both C60 and its relative C70 obey this so-called isolated pentagonal rule. This rule can be at last verified as follows. From the thermodynamic standpoint, since the fusion of two pentagons is not favorable energetically due to increased strain in the ring, and carbon structures with adjacent pentagons are very unstable. A pi bond shared by two pentagons has a large negative bond resonance energy, thus contributing significantly to the increase in kinetic instability or chemical reactivity of the molecule. Thank you, students.